Is your bowl of kinky shrinking in recent times, or do you spend extra for a bowl? Well, if it is, then it is because kinky sellers are complaining about the soaring price of maize. They complain that a bag of maize, which sold at 220 cedis last year, has increased to 350 and now selling at 500 cedis. The soaring price of maize has affected the price of kinky, causing consumers to lament. Jojo Kobina has more.
Grace is preoccupied with thoughts of keeping her business afloat. Lately, she does a lot of calculations to balance her books, else her kinky business would collapse. Last year, she took a firm decision to shrink the size of her balls of kinky to be able to make profit and stay in business. She took that decision because the price of maize has been increasing at an alarming rate.
Available 5.5. 5.5. First, 2.2. Where could 2.7. Be an scobeto 5.5. Maybe an ability share 1 pin.
This means money for 2 bags of maize can only buy 1. Grace is therefore being compelled to make another decision, increasing the price of her kinky.
We are coming to Jalawachon. I get a belly 5.5. No one can know Jibin or Babole.
Size.
Edale la me yu ko mo ko le ba yu ba shi le ba ko mi da 2 cedi na bole edalawa she le nye 4 cedi wu we ko be ka yu ba ba shi.
Many other kinky vendors have made a similar decision, shrinking the size of the 1 cedi ball of kinky or increasing the price to 2 cedis.
First I come here 1 cedi ke 15. Si bi ane 3 cedi ke 2 cedi. No be ane ko teleketes pa encha yuoyin ame yuoyin ke jarawa
Me imbo body mami atoi because what feni wo here di komi be na ball me buen 2 cedi say imi ke we fe no ko ma ball 15 je mo fia money banye ekwe mo ntawo 2 na kan mante mi abeleni ho fe she e won na kebe Mimbonyo. Niko chuni no ne kwesa no shika. Niko na oshika be no ele etobo follow. E woni mi in start 2 cedis. Me come pombo 3 cedi.
The impact is being felt by consumers. Some complained they have been struggling with stagnant wages, yet are being financially squeezed by rising food prices.
Then I get plenty for food and jobs you can be now you on the well, I don't believe more. She I believe Jalani or Jala watching. Inflation. What I could look at inflation down. What number inflation and my ben when boning ya no 1 p denche. Your man. On an offer. First, when Bonnet Bua Kuntaka, any taxi, first short distance, J 1 cedi I was taxi short distance. Then I would short distance 2 cedi get 3 cedi. No, but when inflation is high, it can never flop down. Any exhibition I can have. Whoa, mammy. Never now, man, walk by the mammy Sunday. Well, be an coming call where me name come here 5,000. I'll be a BA. Be a law be a BA. Be a BA. Where first a called Mushe, don't be 1 cedi. I'm all one Kebanku. Be an one of you 1 cedi. I'll one Kebanku.
Oh, I check. I'm a phone call 5 crack. They're the same size now. The same size. Because only shaker. Because they are called here, or so the Utiaka. It's bad now in the room. They feel bad.
It's very bad because the system is very hard and we are all struggling. You know, you can't buy KK last month 1 cedi. All of a sudden they've increased it to 1.5 to 2 cedis. It's very strange. So they have to do something about this.
But kinky vendors maintain they do not have any other choice but to increase the price of kinky.
No ko market no ni ane jalawa bia na bele first e kotoko ko be ska bia na ke yo enyu e ko be ska bia na enyu chef e to mo bia no fe no etewu no ba ko ska baba o ba bele ko money ba telo ba pay money ba pay na bele bia na te 6.
Antio Docho sells kinky in Bukom. She has however decided to maintain her kinky at 1 cedi. She explained this because her people are not financially sound to purchase it at 2 cedis. She has, however, reduced the size.
President tell you ni want to akane budget want to akeneke agmeniano e wa na agmeno fia no wo bonu tumu ni wo yeko abele 5 million dan chibia ni wo he abele kotoku ko be 5 million wo yeko dan kenke agbo mali ayeko ko dan no ama agmeno moni ba fe ni ke fe agmeno kaka babia hu moni ba wo le nka mu ba fe agmeno.
Kinke sellers want government to support farmers to produce more maize, else it would impact their businesses and consumers as well. Jojo Kobna, Joy News.
Meanwhile, research conducted by Soko shows that the current maize sells at 500 cedis at the Techiman Market and 506.67 at the Dambai Market. In Tamale, however, a bag of maize sells at 300 cedis. Now to other stories, we move on to Techiman Central Market, where traders are lamenting poor sales of commodity despite stability of prices for the past 6 weeks. They attribute the low sales to the current economic hardships in the country and the lack of drop in the price of the commodity, even though there's been the influx of fresh grains in the system. Anna Sabet has been speaking with some of these traders and came through with this report.
Joy News checks at the Techiman Central Market reveals that maize prices have been stabilized over the past 6 weeks. Until recently, the prices of the commodity increased astronomically, hitting a record high. Surprisingly, the prices have seen some stability for some weeks now, but traders here say there are no or fewer buyers in the system.
1 month, 2 weeks.
The prices has been stable for about 1 month, 2 weeks now, and this is because of the new maize, so the old ones are not being bought. Ibrahim Babangida shares with us the price per bag at the maize market.
Oh, se say me no wote word ya ka say dey met match wa bro no price. They say near wo na edi kan no ye wa bro kokko and ye wo fufuo. Na kokko.
You know, we have the yellow corn and the white corn. The old yellow corn is now 415 Ghana cedis per bag, and the white old corn is now 370 cedis per bag.
700,000 all currency.
Nanama has been in this trade for several years. For her, the existing socio-economic conditions in the country is a major contributing factor to the low sales over the past few months.
Now
there is enough maize, but the problem has to do with buyers. We have no buyers because of the economic hardships in the country. We have the old maize now, however, the prices are still high and not dropping because there's no money. She appeals to government to support traders with soft loans to aid their various businesses. We are appealing to government to help traders, especially women traders, with some soft loans, because we fight for loans and the interests are outrageous and thus affecting us. The introduction of new harvests, according to these traders, should have led to a decline in the prices. However, the incessant rains is affecting the drying of the commodity, and farmers would have to rely on maize machines, which comes at a cost, thereby affecting the prices of the commodity. The new harvests are going waste because of the rains. So that is pressurizing the farmers to harvest their maize, and the drying cost is currently a problem.
Dry cost no
The dry costs are high because of electricity bills. I have clients in Accra right now who need supply, but I can't supply them due to the drying costs. These traders here are, however, appealing to authorities to introduce maize drying firms that will support local farmers dry their grains at subsidized costs. I think the government can come to our aid by establishing some drying firms so that farmers who have large number of maize can run to so their produce will not go waste. Let's look at areas that have large maize farms and then help them with drying firms. From the Techiman Central Market for Joy News, my name is Anas Sabit, reporting.